would be interesting to do a show with black fathers or maybe even black parents about the talk they've given their kids.
Yeah, and so from now on, from this point for the next 30 minutes or so, we're going to give what I would say is from black to non-black. If your children are in school with blacks, if they're interacting with blacks, if they have black friends, boyfriends, girlfriends, co-workers, right? Carmelo worked. They said he worked 2 jobs, right?
Got a right to be sitting, was threatened more than one time, was physically attacked. He defends himself, and then all of a sudden, he's in jail for murder. But guess what, brother? We gonna stand behind ours like you white folks stand behind yours.
And that's what I would tell you, white people, non-blacks, that this may not be the prevailing attitude among black people, but it is a widely held view. And so
it is not a widely held.
I'm giving my
monologue.
Well,
I'll go ahead and dispute that.
Thank you. All right, but don't interrupt me. And so what I would say to the non-black, don't interrupt me, Stanley. So what I would say to the non-blacks, honestly, is that you need to give blacks a wide berth. If you don't understand how to deal with blacks and you don't know what I mean, you can watch this stream. And you watch how I interact with blacks when I come into contact with them. There's no back talk.
I'm sorry, what? You mean on your property, right?
I do not back talk with blacks. Even on my property, I do not back talk with them, right? As you heard the lady earlier.
Because you fear for your life?
They will stab you, right? You heard the lady say, I will stab you, right? You heard her say that. And so
oh my God.
Stanley,
that woman had some deficiencies.
And so what I would say to the people who are listening to this, right? You can say that she has deficiencies or not, but she's big and strong enough to stab someone. And if you don't believe me, listen to her words.
Disrespect you, you gonna throw food in.
Oh, I heard her words.
You cannot disrespect me, and I'm gonna disrespect you.
So if they disrespect you, you gonna throw food in them.
Yeah.
So you heard her first say, if someone disrespects me, I'll throw food in their room, and she did. She backed up her words by throwing food in their room.
And they don't disrespect me. They're making me drunk. They're making me drunk and sexually harassing me. I can do that.
What else would you do?
I called the police already, and I kept telling you to contact me. I didn't do your part.
And there is the next thing when dealing with blacks, they will often call the police. There is no conflict resolution. So when you have your children and they're going to these integrated schools, you understand it. Like, they will ratchet it up. Now, she's saying she'll bring the police in this case. But oftentimes,
what else would you do if somebody disrespects you?
I'll shoot them if I had to.
They will take the law into their own hands. And if you're not ready to go blow for blow and take it there, and I want to remind you, white people, that there probably not going to be a contingent of whites that feel like this for you if you kill a black person.
Kyle Rittenhouse, after he killed 2 people in cold blood, he raised over $1 million. Wait a minute. The officer who killed Michael Brown, he raised almost $2 million. So don't tell me that when black folks decide to put money and support behind a young brother who didn't...
There won't be a white man on TV talking this passionately on your behalf. You understand that? So
this is advice for the whites, right?
This is advice for non-blacks who find themselves.
So you got dope for the non-blacks. Gotcha.
Who find themselves in contact with blacks. You have to understand that they are operating from a totally different angle than you're operating on. The people that will not support you will support them. Let's say you kill a black, if you're a non-black, you kill him in self-defense. You could still be put on trial like George Zimmerman. They could have blacks outside the courthouse protesting no justice, no peace. You may not even get a fair trial, even with self-defense.
Can I propose a counterpoint?
You can do a whole show on counterpoints, But this is to the non-blacks.
Oh no, I wouldn't waste my time.
Okay, well then it's not worthy of giving a counterpoint here.
Okay,
and so,
well then you made a point.
So what I say to the non-blacks, right? Let this be a learning moment. Seriously. You non-blacks couldn't even get on TV and argue like this for one of your own. You couldn't do it. If you non-blacks had killed a black, you'd be scared to put your name on a GoFundMe by sending money to the killer in an instance like this. You'd lose your job if you donated money, if the roles were reversed. You got to understand the playing field that you're on, white people. Right? If you don't believe me, go donate some money to the Metcalf family and tell them, hey, you want to see that black boy punished to the highest degree of the law. And see, don't they come after you? And that is my advice to, the non-black people. You're not going to be able to run from them. Their families are smart enough, some of them, and capable enough to get into your neighborhoods. I can't wait to see what the father does. We already know that the mother works by and large an extension of the government as a physician's assistant. And the father, he probably works as a government type attorney. And this same black that you see in your neighborhood that you think doesn't have any animus towards you, he's a good black. As soon as one of his relatives, his son, or any black kills you, he's going to reach out to organizations like this and he's going to make it all race while telling you the race isn't real. That he don't see race and he's smiling in your face. As soon as the transgression, he bump into you or something, these are the people that he's going to go to. Jay-Z, the United Justice Coalition, and all these other organizations to paint you as a racist. And you won't be able to run away from it. They'll spread rumors on you. Say that your family members were bullying him and things like that, things that they know are not true. And then they'll walk them back, but the media will never even cover it. The drive-by media, as Rush Limbaugh used to call it. They tell a lie drive-by and never come back and correct the record. And you suffer the consequences. You may even find yourself having to disassociate yourself from your own family for your own life. They've done that. Remember George Zimmerman's family? They all had to separate, going to hide. Everything will change in your life if you have to.
You don't want any more counterpoints on your show, right?
Not just yet. Everything will change.
Okay, so I have to wait your permission?
Yeah. Everything will change for you.
Well, then I tell you what, I will just just let you be stupid on your own.
Is it really worth it, right? To defend yourself from a black, you may have to tuck tail and run it. It's probably worth it. I've shown you video after video this morning. The mindset, the mentality of the blacks, and this is how you deal with them. This is how I deal with them. I'm not telling you anything that I don't do. This is how I deal with blacks. I don't argue with them. I don't curse at them. If they tell me they gonna fuck me up, I believe that shit. And I don't press them. That young white boy did not know how to deal with blacks. When that black who had a bag on him, what the hell he carrying a bag for, right? You got to assume that a black with any kind of bag got a weapon in it. Period. Point blank. And if he tell you that if he's provoking you, touch me, he wants to fuck you up. And he wants good reason in his mind to fuck you. All he needs is a little reason. Doesn't have to be much. And he will fuck you up. And again, for the blacks who keep out here railing about 2-parent households, poverty and all this, what must you look to now? He had a 2-parent household. He worked the job, 3.75 GPA. Mom and dad in the household. We've seen the house, everything nice. And still he engaged in savage-like behavior. We have some, is it magic dirt? That is what the blacks really believe. That they can just move their ghetto ass on. He got it in him. Look at the pictures of him on the internet. middle finger up. You know you just can't move that boy. Leave him in the ghetto where those people will self-check him. Trust me. Or they will act like me and not buck him. Right? I'm showing you the blueprint here. And that's all I'm saying. Like, if you want to know how to deal with blacks, just watch how I deal with them. Watch me go into that house with them niggers in a rage. And I let every one of them burn themselves out talking to me. I didn't challenge a damn thing they said. You can't challenge blacks when they're in a rage. When they say, hey, I ain't moving, touch me. All right, great, bro, you got it. Fuck it. It's all you. And so that is my advice to non-white people. Give the blacks wide berth. They do not see things in a complete, not all of them, but the ones that you're going to encounter that you will have a problem with will not be able to see the complexities that you just can't stab someone for touching you. And they will provoke you into this, and then they'll have their resident blacks out talking like this. And you won't have anyone talking on your behalf. And so that's my advice to you. Any non-black person listening here. From Mike for Boston in particular there. Anyway, guys, what's up, Wicked?
You know, you could tell that, can you hear me?
Yeah.
You could tell that Stanley didn't grow up in Blackistan, because with that mouth he got on him, he would have been long John gone.
Yeah.